After the experience, I will tell you about when I received bad news. Well, install it at the beginning of December to be precise on the 1st, which was shocked by bad news in my opinion, because at that time I got the news that only grandpa I have and the one I love the most has been away, namely on his birthday, which have prepared to celebrate. While listening to the news, I was completely speechless and kept falling. A day that should have been full of happiness turned out to be every sad day. Bad, but my parents said that whatever happened now, whether joy or sorrow, God has played it had fun for us. Yes, that is absolutely true. Then my grandpa is not sick anymore.
Your question if you heard about bad news. My question I heard about bad news is obviously I will resist panic, oxen, scared, sad, and this is bonus. Moreover, when I heard the news, then really I make me down. However, how I can respond on it and how I can feed the lovers from God, I then sustain. I haven't tried to stay calm down and also kept positive thinking because only from this why I can see God present from me in all situation and problem I can. And then later I also even then my out and make a human because
Hello everybody, from experience I see that when faced with a position that puts me down, the first question that comes to my mind is why can't this happen to me? This when protect me to not escape the situation, and I sat angry and blame God. I thought, why can't God give this thrill? I can only blame God because I really don't know what to do anymore, even to the point of thinking that my life is useless anymore. Then from these things I got lesson and truth that were a days of my fight. Why? Because of things I can measure how strong my fight is in facing all the challenges God has given me. From the experience that put me down so badly, I learned how God actually acts in everything that happening in my life. No matter how bad or challenges and circumstances, God is always with use in fights. He actually has a beautiful plan, obedience, and all that happen because of God's will. Starting for my experience, I see that challenges that come out from of God's love, we want to dash or fight, because truly God will not give a problem that go beyond our stern and circumstances.
When I was in elementary school, I heard the news that my mother was sick. At the time, I didn't know what my mother was sick. I knew that she was sick and had to seek treatment in Makassar. I live in East Luwu district. In my area, there is a hospital, but the hospital equipment at the time was inadequate, so my mother had to take care of the hospital in Makassar. The trip from my area to Makassar took about 12 hours. After hearing the news that my mother had to seek treatment in Makassar, I was very scared because for the first time I was far from my mother. But my mother told me that she was gone only for a while, not for a long time. My position at the time still didn't know what illness my mother had. Long story short, finally my mother was in Makassar for a long time. I remember my mother was in Makassar for about 3 months. In the 3 months that I lived with my auntie and my uncle. Back when I was little, I was very active in Sunday school. Every Sunday, I definitely go to church for Sunday service. At the time, there was a Sunday school national jamboree held in Toraja. It took 8 hours from my area to get to Toraja. At the time, I was selected to participate in the national jamboree. I conducted various kinds of training, from deepening Sunday school stories to outbound activities. When I did the training, my mom wasn't home yet, so the ones who prepared all my needs during my training are my Sunday school teachers and also my sisters. When I did the last training, my mom to come home. I don't know what happened to my mother while she was doing treatment in Makassar. I know she was there for treatment. 1 month before I left for the jamboree, my mother had prepared all kinds of items that I would bring, from clothes to food that I would eat, that I could not use the things she had prepared or eaten until I was about to leave for the jamboree. About 2 weeks before I left, my mother then went to Makassar for the second time. I still don't know what he will do again there. Finally, 2 days before I left Toraja, my whole family decided to go Makassar to follow my mother. I asked why they had to come. At the time, I was told that my mother was going to do operation. At my age, at the time, I didn't know surgery was. I was given the choice of whether I should go to Makassar with them or I would still go to join the jamboree. Finally, I chose to join the jamboree. My family went to follow my mother who was going to do operation. Until I was in junior high school, my mom continued to do treatment, and I still didn't know what my mother's disease was. And I turned out that my mother had uterine cancer. I was both shocked and scared at the time. I cry every time I hear the word cancer because what I know and what I have learned that there is no cure for cancer, and the possibility of a cure is very small depending on how far the cancer can spread. But my mom calmed me down and said that she would to try to get well. I also pray to God to extend my mother's life and to make my mother always healthy, and praise to God, I can still see my mother to this day, even though within a few months my mother has to exert control in Makassar. But I am grateful for everything because God still allows me and my family to see my mom healthy again, even though sometimes he still felt pain around his stomach.